In the very beginning, before time, for planets, before humanity, God already existed. The Bible opens with a clear and powerful statement. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:1. This verse does not argue. It does not explain. It simply declares. From a Seventh-day Adventist understanding, this is real history. A sovereign God creating a real world in 6 literal days by the power of his word. Genesis continues. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Genesis 1:2. There was no shape, no structure, no life, yet God was present. Even before creation began, the Spirit of God was active, ready to bring order out of emptiness. Day 1. Light by God's word. Then God spoke, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Genesis 1:3. Light did not evolve. It appeared instantly because God commanded it. God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. Genesis 1:5. This phrase, evening and morning, will repeat for every day of creation. From an Adventist perspective, this confirms literal 24-hour days. Creation unfolded in real time. Day 2. The sky. On the second day, God created the sky. And God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters, to separate water from water." Genesis 1:6. God formed the atmosphere, space for clouds, wind, and breath. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. Genesis 1:8. Day 3. Land, seas, and plants. On the third day, God gathered the waters together. Let the dry ground appear. Genesis 1:9. Land rose. Oceans took their place. Then God filled the earth with life. Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants, and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds. Genesis 1:11. Each plant reproduced according to its kind, a key biblical principle of order, not evolution. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. Genesis 1:13. Day 4. Sun, moon, and stars. On the fourth day, God placed lights in the sky. Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years. Genesis 1:14. The sun, moon, and stars were created to govern time, but time itself had already begun. This tells us something important. God, not nature, is Lord of time. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. Genesis 1:19. Day 5. Life in sea and sky. On the fifth day, the world filled with movement. Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth, across the vault of the sky. Genesis 1:20. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in number." Genesis 1:22. Creation was not empty, it was abundant. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. Genesis 1:23. Day 6. Animals and humanity. On the sixth day, God created land animals. Then came the climax of creation. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness." Genesis 1:26. Human beings were not accidents. They were created with dignity, purpose, and responsibility. So God created mankind in his own image. Genesis 1:27. God entrusted humanity with stewardship over the earth. And when God looked at everything he had made, God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. Genesis 1:31. Day 7. The Sabbath. Creation did not end with work. It ended with rest. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested. Genesis 2:2. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy. From an Adventist understanding, the Sabbath is a creation memorial, established before sin, before nations, before religion. It reminds us every week that God is creator. We are dependent. Rest is sacred. Closing. Why creation still matters. Genesis 1 tells us we are not random. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth. Exodus 28:11. Creation gives life meaning. The Sabbath gives life balance. And every week, God invites us to pause, to remember where we came from, and who holds the world in his hands.